I swear, someday this channel will be more than just trailer reactions. But here we go. The Marvels has its first trailer out. I honestly don't know what to expect from this. I liked Captain Marvel, thought it was pretty good. I was not a huge fan of WandaVision, but Monica Rambeau was sound as a character. I wasn't a huge fan of Ms. Marvel either, but I did like Kamala. So seeing these characters pulled together in the same project, I'd like to see that work. Will it? I don't know. Why don't we see how they're selling it? And I'll get my thoughts.
Captain Rambo? What the hell are you doing?
Entering the jump point perimeter. I'm gonna get you some readings, Fury.
We're getting a lot of Nick Fury this year, aren't we?
Captain Rambo?
Yeah.
Where's Captain Rambo?
Yeah, that's a good question. Ooh.
What the?
That's gotta be awkward.
Hi.
We're looking for Kamala Khan.
Okay, so our powers are entangled. I can manipulate light energy. And you, I could totally show you.
Not again!
Hi.
Where's our daughter?
Wherever you were.
Okay, that's interesting. That's also an appropriate reaction.
We're a team.
Oh, no, we're not a team.
We're not a team.
Okay, you know what? I like the energy on it. It's got a really good rambunctious energy. Has a good sense of fun. Seems to be the primary driver, which I'm here for. I like the general notion of quote unquote their powers being entangled in such a way that activating them actually has them switch places in some cases. That has a lot of potential for creating interesting scenarios and interesting complications. Also, I kind of like how already over this entire situation Carol seems. Like immediately. Can't say I blame her, especially. But yeah, that was fun. And I was not expecting to see Nick Fury in this. I mean, it makes sense. It'll probably make even more sense after Secret Invasion. I think Secret Invasion's coming up before this. Now I'm not sure. I think it is. Well, they'll come out relatively close to each other. But that's certainly an interesting way to create sort of instantaneous, difficult action sequences where suddenly, Kamala ends up where Carol was, and maybe what Carol was dealing with is completely within her wheelhouse to deal with. But that doesn't mean Kamala's up for it. So that could be interesting. And honestly, I kind of needed them to do something with the way Kamala's powers worked, because I didn't like the way they adjusted her powers. I didn't like that it was attached to a bangle as opposed to something inherent within her, although they still implied that there is something within her, and we'll see what that ties into with like mutants or whatnot, which was the implication at the end. But like primarily within the course of that show, it's largely attributed to having that bangle, and the way that it's done is light construct as opposed to her being able to fully shift and stretch her body, which I just think is more interesting, especially since we don't have Mr. Fantastic yet. But it would justify that change a fair bit better if the reason for visualizing those powers the way that they did was to be able to justify tying them more directly to Monica and to Carol. That does make sense. I still wonder, is it necessary? Because you're not come up with a different technobabble explanation, but like at least it's a reason. Because it's when those things are done and there's no reason to do it, that's when it gets under my skin the most, because it reeks of, oh, we know better than the original. And I'll still bemoan that loss because, you know, how awkward and gangly she looked using her powers was half the reason that they were done that way. She's an awkward, gangly teenager. That is exaggerated heavily by the way her powers worked in the comics, and not so much now in the show and now in the movies. But I need to move past that. Yeah, bright, colorful. You know, I'm not super into. I think that was Beastie Boys as a music cue, but it's still like it got me into it. So it's selling a mood that I'm certainly here for. And I guess for a first trailer, that's enough. Next trailer, whenever that lands, I expect we'll find out more about the actual plot of the thing, you know, other than just basic premise and setup. And I'll keep an eye out for that. But as a first teaser, oh, there's some promise here. This could work. What did you think about this? Whatever your thoughts are, drop something down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Patreon pays the bills and allows me to do this as my living. Any amount you can assist me with over there is of assistance. Shouldn't be using a derivative of the same word twice in a sentence. Whatever. Even if you can't help me out that way, like, share, subscribe. They also help me out. Don't worry too much about it, though. We take a relaxed attitude around here, so you can come on back next time you need a break. My thanks to all my patrons, but in particular, I want to thank Robin Moore, Zubin Lutfullah, Sarvis, Tarak, the thing that goes doink in the anime, Ruth, Oliver B., Solitary Pictures, Ulrich Bogdan, Melinda Walters, Imudelki, Leotha Boyd, Auntie Kate 808, Becky Sparks, Fernambulax the Poodle, Robin Powell, Tracy Scrabbit, Angry Casperl, Tim Price, Adam RDL Taylor, Goddess Alita, I'm not sure. David Hall, Shayla Gourlay, Rosalind Bennett. You want to hear me mess up your name too? It's in the Patreon perks. I gotta work on that.